Alright, hey, what is up guys, this is Cobb, and welcome to the Fusion event calendar for the Mad Hatter. You definitely don't want to be missing this one. This is what I'm going to be pushing for on my free-to-play account. Thinking to myself, well, you can use as many Hydra Specialists as you can get, especially when your account is very, very early days like my free-to-play is. So what kind of resources are you going to be needing to get involved in this Fusion? Well, as always, the baseline resources, and we'll cover the Shard events first after this one as well, but you're going to want, just above my head right now, about 1,000 gems, about 25 million silver. This should be able to get you through most of the artifact enhancement events, the gems for the big old dungeon grinds and all of that good stuff. But the 25 million silver is just there as a starting point, with the understanding that you're probably going to farm yourself another like 15 million or so silver through the course of the fusion itself to get you through the rest of the artifact enhancement. And of course, because it is a it's not a mixed fusion event. It's not like a full fusion event, but you're going to be fusing 4 epic champions together to get yourselves Mad Hatter. You're going to require all kinds of void potions, and so making sure that you have those ready to rock and roll as well is going to be quite useful. You could farm them in the middle of the fusion, commit a whole bunch of gems to that, but those are the basic resources above my head right now that you're going to want to get your hands on. Now, first and foremost, man, the shard pulling events. Couple of things to note with these. We've of course got the Champion Chase tournament is coming in first on the 10th of January. I'm covering these first because, you know, some people are just super low on shards and they don't stand a chance at getting involved in this fusion. Getting this many ancients this quickly on my free to play account might be a huge problem. I'm sitting on like 35 or something right now. However, I'm optimistic. I'm putting 60 to 70 ancients as like the recommended amount to have in your pocket going into Champion Chase to get through it reliably. However, we are due a 2x event. I'm not sure. I mean, nobody's sure, I guess, at this stage, what shards might have the 2x event. Really hope it's ancient shards. Might be able to get through that with like 50 ancients at that point, and so, you know, you can spend some gems on some ancient shards there, potentially, if you're a little bit short on your ancients, and get through the champ chase. But I guess we're going to know quite early on how accessible this event is going to be for the average bear. But yeah, just keep in mind that a 2x event is due. You also want to keep in mind as well that just panning on over to sort of in-game for a second, we've also got, of course, a summon pool event active right now as well, where we can get our hands on some free and farmable prism shards. I believe still on the Sand Devils tournament that's active right now, and this event is going on for another 4 days at the time that I'm shooting this video, meaning you will be able to wait and pull your prism shards during your champion chase. You'll also be able to do things like just fusing any champions or completing any fusions like Relic Keeper or Broadmoor or whatever that you've got free and ready to rock and roll for the champion chase. And so just bear all of that good stuff in mind, right? It's going to make the fusion just a little bit more approachable, right? Okay, so that's the champion chase. Expect a 2x. That's the long story short, right? And I'm overestimating, hopefully, the amount of engines you're going to need. As for the Summon Rush, it's going to be a similar deal as always, where we've got ourselves that kind of minimum 6 Sacred Shards. That is going to be usually the most efficient way to get through the Summon Rush. It could be a 2x on Sacred Shards for the Champion Chase, and then like a double points event or something for Ancient Shards in the Summon Rush, you know? They can flip these things around. You just got to be ready for that in so best as you can manage. As for the big old grindy events, we do have 3 Dungeon Divers events, which, boom, are going to be costing roughly 5,000 energy each, with a little bit of give and take depending on what dungeon stages you're clearing on your account. But yeah, expect to dump about 5,000 energy on these. These are, of course, going to be your big energy spenders. So what does that actually mean in terms of what events you should be grinding and when? Well, on day 1, there's actually the Fire Knight tournament begins like right now. At the time you're watching this video, it's active right now. However, the Dungeon Divers event doesn't start until the middle of day 2, and so this is ideally when you want to be farming. Ooh, that's a little bit blurry, isn't it? Go ahead and we'll just that line sucks, dude. I don't like that line. Okay, that's a little bit more solid, I guess. I'm nitpicking against myself. But yeah, wait until day 2 to start the Fire Knight tournament so that it overlaps with the Dungeon Divers all up and down here. These are going to be the best times to start this. And on day 1, you can just go ahead and, whoops, if you can, just get the champ training done and the artifact enhancement event done. Like right now, immediately, if you plan on getting this fusion done, that's what you want to be doing on day 1. As for other overlaps, we've also got the beginning of the Spider Tournament. That's also overlapping with a little bit of Dungeon Divers here, and then it kind of has a little bit of a break in between, and then you can finish off the Spider Tournament as the next Dungeon Divers begins on the 13th. And it's important to just try and be as efficient as you can with never, over farming one dungeon tournament and then getting too many Dungeon Divers events points in one area. And then all of a sudden, you're overcapping on Dungeon Divers event points and you're still farming the crap out of the likes of Spider Tournament because you farmed way too much of whatever at the start. Just try and get as much overlap between the dungeon tournaments and the Dungeon Divers events as you possibly can. For the sake of efficiency, your gem stockpile is going to thank you. The Ice Golem tournament overlaps with Dungeon Divers Event 2 as it begins. So the Dungeon Divers events, you're going to have to be checking your calendar every day, basically, to make sure that you're getting all of these little overlaps that are going on and that you're not farming the crap out of, Ice Golem tournaments and Spider tournaments when it's got this gap in the middle, which is just really, really not ideal. And it's just there to literally waste your time and waste your efficiency. So do just beware of those. The final Dragon Tournament as well, you should just be completing that as soon as it begins. Only the first couple of days of the Dragon Tournament overlap with Dungeon Divers. And so, yeah, beware of those. I'd recommend just getting the artifact enhancement events done on day 1 whenever they drop. However, that rule changes. Actually, it changes with the second artifact enhancement event, man. And this is the second little trap that you could fall into if you're not careful. What you want to be doing for artifact enhancement event number 2 is wait until the Tuesday right here to get this artifact enhancement event done. Why do I say that? Well, CVC's making its comeback. Finally, it's been a month break, a month away from Clan versus Clan. Don't know at this point if it's going to be a personal rewards CVC, but I'd imagine it probably is. Probably just a gut feeling, just a hunch. Though we have no clue at this time. But yeah, just upgrading your artifacts for the artifact enhancement event during Clan versus Clan right here is going. We're going to give this one a double underline. It's that important. It's just going to get you some free CVC points as you are also upgrading your artifacts. And I figure that's actually pretty much it. Now, in terms of promo codes to help you out a little bit, man, to help you get through these events, do have one going. It's a classic one. It's been attached to the channel for a long, long time. A little bit surprised that a new promo code hasn't come out actually to celebrate the old Alice thing, but there you go, man. It's good old promo code Game Leap. It's the promo code associated with the channel. It's been out for quite some time, and so if you get the message that I get, invalid promo code, it just means that you've used it at some point in the past, alongside 100 other promo codes, that you've forgotten about, that you've already used. But if you haven't used promo code Game Leap, it's going to get you a free energy refill, 100,000 silver, and 10 free experience brews, so you might as well punch it in. And even if promo code Game Leap isn't working on your account, because you've already used it in the past, make sure to share it with your clanmates as well during this fusion time and get them that extra boost of energy and help your brothers out and help the channel out as well, man. So I'd really, really gosh darn appreciate it. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Are you guys going for the Mad Hatter? I feel like he is absolutely worth it. I feel like he's going, it'd be a huge, huge upgrade to my free-to-play account if I could get this fusion done during Mad Hatter. I'm going to make my mind up during the champion chase, and see what we can do from there. Yeah, I think it'll be a huge upgrade for my free-to-play account. I'm just real worried that I'm not going to be able to get it done over there, man. But either which way, thanks for watching. Hope you also enjoyed this one. Good luck with the gosh darn fusion. I think we covered everything. We covered just about everything. I suppose I should also go ahead. I can go ahead and make a prediction that the additional Summon Rush fragments that you can pick up right towards the end of this fusion plan, they usually take somewhere between 3 and 5 additional Sacred Shards if you want to pick up the extra fragments from the Summon Rush. And so, well, there is that. I don't know. I'll throw that in right at the end. I guess I should have. I guess I should have tossed that in a little bit sooner. Oh, that is to say, it does give like 50 fragments right here. So there's probably going to be like 3 or 4 sacreds to get the first 25, and then maybe another 3 or 4 sacreds on top of that to get the final 25. Still could be an option for a lot of people watching this channel. We have a very, very like beginner-friendly sort of audience all up and over here. And so usually I recommend don't wait until like these final Summon Rush events to pick up your final fragments. You probably don't have the sacreds for it. And so yeah, just do the events the old-fashioned way. All right, good luck with the fusion, guys, and yeah, let's do this, man.